What are 10 option cards that could be teched in to go against BT14, specifically the Commandramon with Digipolice with Burgerdramon, and of course Fenrirmon? They all just swarm the board by using effects. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 10 tech cards that are option cards that you could use to help you stop those nasty decks. First tech card, there's actually a few of them, but I bunched them up to one. And think of Trident Arm, Ultimate Flare, and of course Digi Dimension, just allowing you to digivolve your opponent's Digimon and or force them to attack. And Ultimate Flare, of course, is digivolving by 3 and then deleting all level 3 Digimon. That's just insane, especially against Burgerdramon, because you are going to be spamming the board with Commandramons. And of course, digivolving that Burgerdramon loses the effect of all your Commandramons with Digipolice or D-Brigade in their trait. They lose blocker. So digivolving is such a great mechanic too, because there's not much protection against digivolve. The only one that I could really think of right now is the Metal Greymon X Antibody. That's the only one that could protect against digivolving. Aside from that, there's not much protection on it. So that's number one, those digivolving option cards. Number 2 on my list is another black card, and of course, it's none other than Congo. Congo just preventing your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less to attack can really save you, because they're spamming the board with either champions and or rookies, and of course even some ultimates they can't attack with it. They can only attack with Mega, so it will buy you some time. In that case, it will buy you an extra turn, and sometimes that is enough for you to turn the battle and end up winning. Number 3 in my option cards that you can use for BT14 is of course Ice Wall. Now I know Ice Wall is limited to 1, rightfully so, but even then, every time your opponent attacks, they lose 2 memory, which is a really nice wording because it bypasses those floodgate cards that prevent you from gaining memory. Not that they're going to be used much in this set, but think of loogamon attacking and now you lose 2 memory, and now if it passes that threshold of 3, it ends their turn. With Burgerdramon, now every time they attack, they will lose 2 memory. So Ice Wall is still going to be very usable and viable. Up next on the list, number 4, none other than Holy Flame. Holy Flame is nuts. And what makes that card nuts is that security effect is if it gets hit there, it gives all your opponent's Digimon security attack -1. The only one that would really bypass this is any Digimon that gets security attack +1. It would still just bring them down to a normal attack. But again, it will help you in progressing the game and give you another turn to turn the tide and win. Number 5 on the list, you're probably going to see it used a little less. However, I still think it's going to be good in this format, is Sorai, stripping 4 sources from a Digimon and then prevents all your opponent's Digimon that have no sources to not attack. Now keep in mind, they can still block, they just can't attack. So this is just going to be good to buy yourself another turn if they have several bodies on the board and they could win next turn. Number 6, we're going to keep it blue here, and we're going to go with High Speed Plugin D. Give yourself jamming, but the most important part here is that it cannot be blocked, kind of like Mirage Galgomon that I talked about in the other video. D-Brigade is going to have nothing but a big wall of blockers. If you combine this with the Mirage Galgomon that cannot be blocked, you have Thomas, you can swing multiple times in that one turn, and even if they have blockers, you will still be able to attack. Can you imagine winning like that? They have like 5 bodies on the board. Number 7 on the list, it's a card that has been used since it came out. Crimson Blaze. Decreasing the play cost for every one of your opponent's Digimon that's on the board. So essentially if there's 3, it'll cost you 3. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less, and then they cannot play Digimon by effects. That's going to be very huge against Loogamon, since you are playing from effects. You Digivolve, you get to play up to 2 bodies or 3 if I'm not mistaken. So now you can prevent them from playing those bodies. With the Commandramon, you can just wipe all the extra board, and then if you can go ahead and attack the Burgerdramon and he can't protect itself, since there will be no other Digimon to kind of give it the whole decoy thing. And now number 8 on the list, we're gonna keep it red here. Red Reamer. I always laugh when I say that. Oh, I'm nasty. Anyway, Red Reamer. So if your opponent has 3 Digimon or more, you can delete a Digimon with 13,000 DP or less, if I'm not mistaken, and it only costs 4. So I think it's going to be a very cheap removal. Fenrir is at 12. On their turns when they increase DP, and Bergadramon is also at 12, so it also gets deleted. So Red Reamer is going to be a nice tech card. I'm not sure how often it would be used, but it's a cheap removal, especially when they have a whiteboard. For number 9, let's move on to the color green here. Blasted Disaster, play cost of 6. Suspend all of your opponent's board, which is really nice. So it's a pseudo quartz. And then you gain 1 memory for every Digimon that is suspended. So you could play this for 3, 2, 1 maybe, when it gets really late game. And now there's effects too, where if you suspend Digimon, you gain memory or you do stuff. It's a really cheap cost. Again, if you're playing green and you want to bypass all the blockers and you already have, think of Bloom Lord, you can play that. And if they have 5 bodies on the board, you play it for 1, and now you can just swing away and win that way. Number 10, we're gonna go back to red because it's my favorite color. A Delicate Plant. We have DC D-Bomb now with D-Brigade, and when you hit that, you did Digivolve. Trident Arm, if you hit that, you did Digivolve by 3. Any option cards, Chaos Degradation. It's scary. Sometimes it doesn't matter how big your body is, you just swing, and one of those comes up and now you're just like, well, there goes GG's. A Delicate Plan, I think, just gives you a peace of mind for when you want to swing multiple times with that same Digimon. The DP is always high, so you're not really going to be too scared of running into something that's going to, be stronger than it. You're just scared of the option cards, and a Delicate Plan is perfect for that, and it's a play cost of 1. Now, I have a bonus one for you, and this one is catered more to Shine Greymon, right? You can only, if you play Tai and Kari, it's red and yellow, you can play it. And the card I'm talking about is Shining Blast. Get to play a Marcus, and then up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 2000 DP for every red or yellow tamer you have in play. That can be big, because now if you just have 2 tamers on the board, you play Shining Blast, play a Marcus, now you got 3, and now that's minus 6000 DP on 3 Digimon, and that's enough for a Black Gatomon. That's enough for a High Commandramon because he's at 4. So you're able, and like I said, it's 3, so it's nasty. Did I miss any option cards? Let me know down in the comments below. I really wanted to just condense it into 10. Check out the list of 10 Digimon cards that can help you in BT14, and I'll see you guys in the next video.